Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. It is Monday, July 28th, 2025, and I am pre-recording this message for you and this video for you. Unfortunately, I can't go live tonight. I actually am doing something super fun. I actually get to be the student at a craft workshop tonight as opposed to being the teacher. So I'm very excited about that. My sister is hosting a workshop, a kit night actually, at a local coffee shop here. And I am attending that with a couple other people that I know. So I'm so excited to actually be on the other side of the table for once and actually being the student. So I didn't want you to miss out. So I decided to go ahead and record a video for you with some projects so that you were still inspired and didn't miss me too much. How about that? I just want to let you know that the Holiday Mini is coming out shortly. If you are a demonstrator, we can actually start ordering August 5th from that catalog for our pre-order, which is 1 month before it goes live to anybody else, to the general public. So if you have been toying with becoming a demonstrator or joining my team, if you are looking for a discount, looking for some extra little perks, we should probably have a conversation because there's some really great advantages to being on my team, and I would love to have you on my team. So, yeah, so hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm excited to hear what you have to say and what you think of it. And I will probably pre-record the video for Thursday as well, because I have my Christmas in July class that night. So I can't be in two places at once. And again, really hoping that you don't miss out. So I think it's really awesome that I can actually go ahead and pre-record videos for you, and then you're not missing out. So I'm using an older set today that has been in the catalog for a bit, and it's one of my favorites, but it's one that I don't think I've showcased a lot. And of course, if you place an order with me of $35 before next Sunday, I will send you the cards to the card kits to make these cards. You're going to want to wait and watch all the way to the very end, because I have a very special project to show you that I was going to showcase as the third project for tonight. But honestly, my eyes struggled to see where I needed to put the ink, and it was a bit of a challenge for me, so I didn't want to torture you by having to watch that. So it turned out really nice. I'm really excited about it, but I want you to see that there's an alternative to just cards when you're making things, okay? So it's really important that you wait till the end and watch all the way to the end so you can see that excellent project, okay? All right, let's get started. All right, so the stamp set that I'm focusing on tonight is Layers of Beauty. So like I said, this has been in the book for a little bit. It might have even been an online exclusive, but I think it's actually in the book. I love this set, but it's not one that I've really focused on a lot. So I just thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of show you a couple really cool things with this. So this comes with the stamp set and the masks. So if you have not used the masks, we're going to talk about those tonight, and I'm going to show you how to use them. These are awesome, like absolutely awesome. I think you're going to love these. We have a couple sets that we use the masks with the stamp set, and it's pretty cool. So you can purchase both of these items for $78.25. So you get the stamp set and the masks. And I can promise you by the time you're done seeing the projects, you're going to want both of them. So get this on your list. Layers of Beauty is $78.25. And I will send you the card bits to make the two cards that I'm making tonight. Okay. What else did I want to tell you about that? It's nice because you can use the masks on their own, or you can use the stamp set. So I'm going to show you both ways, and then I'm going to show you a special project at the end. Okay. This is on low inventory though, friends. So you're going to want to make sure that you jump on and get this sooner than later, because you don't want to miss out on getting this one. Okay. So the very first card that I'm going to do is just using the stamp set. So I am using, what am I using here? This color is Lemon Lolly. So it's a paler yellow. It's a softer yellow. I'm going to use Old Olive, and then I'm going to use a piece of basic white to layer on top. Okay, I know this is probably a very boring type of a layout for you, but I want you to see the beauty of the stamp for this one, not so much the any folds or anything like that. So this one also comes with the dies, and I'm just gonna check and see. Yeah, so for $78.25, let me stand corrected here. $78.25, you're going to get the whole suite, or the whole bundle. So you're going to get the stamp set, the dies, and the masks. So you get all three of these items for $78.25, which is an absolute steal. An absolute steal. So you're definitely going to want it, but it's on low inventory. So don't wait to get those. Okay, so I'm going to use this large flower. Put this to the side for a minute. Now, the downfall to this bundle is that now that we don't have a stamping platform, it doesn't quite fit on our blocks, but that's okay because we can make do as it is. So I am using just a Memento black ink, and I'm going to show you there's so many different ways we can do this, but this one I'm going to use our blends, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways actually to use this bundle, and I think you're going to love it. So there's my block. Now I'm going to actually angle this so that it kind of goes, it's going to go off my paper a little bit. Oh, and I think I have a guest here, so. Okay, so here we go. Peel that back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my yellows. So I'm going to actually use, what am I going to use here? Dark Daffodil Delight and Light Daffodil Delight. Okay, so I'm going to start coloring this. Now, I know that this part is really boring, friends, and my apologies. So I'll try to go as quick as I can. But the really awesome thing about using your blends on this is that you can actually make this whatever color you want, right? This is a really good set if you want to practice how to use your blends. So I'm going to show you my yellow tip on my paintbrush end here is pretty, it's pretty done. It needs to probably just be thrown out. But I like to keep my blends as long as I can. I love my blends. If you have not experienced our blends yet, you definitely want to try. They are pretty cool. I know some people have their own preference. I personally love them. Although we all know that I only use Stampin' Up! Product as well, right? So, but these are some you could put in your starter kit if you wanted, your beginner kit. If you just wanted to, like, say, you know what, I want all the blends, but I don't want to have to pay full price for them, that's fine. You can do that. Did you know that when I got my starter kit, I actually paid close to $300 for my kit, and I actually did not get to pick what went in my kit. So I'm going to use Old Olive for the leaves. So yeah, so I ended up spending close to, I think it was over $300 actually, for my kit, and they told us what went in the kit. So it's like, you got a stamp set of this value. I could change the stamp set, but it had to be the exact same value. So if there was one in there for $29.99 and I didn't like it, I had to get another one of $29.99. So, and I couldn't pay the difference. So the fact that you can customize your starter kit now is awesome. I have a lot of people who will just purchase it to stock up on their paper, because it's actually like a great deal to stock up on paper. Or those things that, you know, you wanted, but you're just like, oh, I don't know. It's a great value all the time. And we do have the Holiday Mini coming out, so you get to preview that a month before. So that goes live actually on Thursday, I believe it is. And then we can order it. We can preview it Thursday, and then we can actually order from it starting August 5th. So it's awesome because we get a chance to order what we want, A, before it sells out, and B, before anybody else sees it. So it's pretty cool. One of the other things I do for my team is they're invited to an exclusive full day crafting event with fellow demonstrators from all over Canada. But that's an exclusive perk of being on my team. And we do it 3 times a year. Doing another one in September. And it's just a day full of different ideas and projects. It's really, really cool. And I'm so glad we're able to offer that to our teams. As there's about 10 or 12 of us, I guess, that collaborate on this. So it's pretty cool. So I'm actually just going to use my, should not be making that noise, but these are my older blends. Okay. I just want to color in these yellows. I'm going to show you. So I did my, this is the light Daffodil Delight. I'm going to go over it again just because it is pretty pale. Okay. And like I said, my paintbrush end on this Daffodil Delight is pretty toasted. It probably needs to go right in the garbage, but okay. So now I have this part done, which I don't know if you can see the coloring on that. But I'm going to take my chisel end and I'm going to actually just kind of come around where I want to highlight on my flower. And it's funny the contrast between the chisel end and the paintbrush end. Okay, so then I'll come over and I'll do this one. And you'll notice I'm not doing this like perfectly, right? Which is kind of the point. I should probably put this on my list of blends to repurchase. Okay, so you can see how just adding that little bit of outline is really, really bringing the flower to life, right? There we go. Let me just do this one here. Okay, so big difference. And I could do the same thing with my green. I can come in and do the vine or the veins on them. Just to showcase. Like this, okay? All right, now, I don't want to leave these lines the way they are. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to come in with my paintbrush end on the light, and I'm going to just focus on the outside of the flower. And it's going to soften those lines a little bit for me. And it's going to bring a little bit more shadowing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably not going to notice a huge difference on camera, especially with the yellow. Okay, see how pretty this is? Now, I could actually bring in my dark Daffodil Delight and bring it in to color these ones here. Just so it pops a little bit more, but you can see how this This Daffodil Delight, because of the chisel end and probably because the color's been sitting, it actually almost looks like an orange, which is pretty cool. I could probably do these ones here too. Okay. How beautiful that is. I know it's really hard to see on camera. So I'm going to bring in my cardstock that I had. And I'll take pictures of these afterwards so that you can see them. Understanding that camera, sometimes it's hard to get the lighting just right. Oh, I think I'm using the wrong glue. I might be using the wrong glue. This one's the one I want. Okay, I need to get my parcel together. So if you placed an order with me last week, or in the last 2 weeks, I guess, I have your card kits coming. So watch your mailboxes for those and your gift. As a thank you, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I want you to know that you could shop with anybody, and I love the fact that you choose me to shop with. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. I should have probably flipped that the other way. Doesn't matter. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my stamp set and I'm going to do the Grateful for You. And I've cut out the 1 7/8 punch, which this is a new punch that comes with the Safari U bundle. So if you want to see that bundle, you may want to come back Thursday and watch that video, because that one's going to be a good one as well. And I'm going to do this in black. So I'm just going to stamp Grateful for You. 1 7/8 punch. Great punch. Perfect size. It's an awesome one for layering. And okay, I've got my dimensional. I'm going to place that about there. Okay, so see how simple this card is. Let me show you the one I did yesterday, or the other day. Okay, so now I have 2 of those done very quickly, very similar. Okay, okay, so that's fun, right? That's a great card, great way to use your stamp, great way to use your blends. I find coloring very relaxing personally, but I know there's some that don't care for coloring, and but for me, I find it very, very relaxing. So hopefully you do as well. And if you haven't tried out our blends, I strongly suggest you do. They are pretty awesome, and I think you're going to really enjoy them. So, okay, I'm going to put this back. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever seen masks before or ever used the masks. I love them, like love them. And I just find that I always forget to use them. So that's the problem, right? So I'm going to just put that back in here. Okay, so let me get the product I need for this one. Okay, so for this one here, I'm using the Gorgeous Grape base. I am using Granny Apple Green, and I'm using a piece of Basic White. Okay, so if you've never used masks, I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks here. They come numbered, the masks. I'm going to show you where those are in just 30 seconds when I get all my blends put away. So I have to do things like that. Okay, so they come numbered, and they're right here in the top right-hand corner. I don't know if you can see that one right there. Okay, and they come notched. Okay, so they come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever amount that we need. Now, what I like to do is I like to take a piece of cardstock, or sorry, not a piece of cardstock, a piece of paper, so scrap paper, and I like to put my mask down. Oops, let's turn it this way so it's going the right way. I'm going to put my mask down, and I like to notch it. Okay, so then what I do is I kind of place my paper where I want my center. Okay, so I'm gonna just place this. How do I want this to go? First of all, I want this to be straight. And then what I can do is I can actually move my paper to accommodate where I think this should land. So I think I'm okay with that. It could probably go up just a hair. Like that. Okay, so here's my paper. Here's my mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this back. I'm going to take a piece of washi tape and I'm going to place it in the corner here and in the corner here. And I want to hold down my paper. So I'm going to check this again. So I'm happy with the placement. I've got my notched. So every time I change my mask, I'm going to line up my notches. Okay. Okay, so when you do this, you need colors that you can go light into dark, is essentially what we're going to do here. Okay. So the first color I'm going to use is I'm going to use Fresh Freesia. Okay, so this is mask number 1, and I'm using Fresh Freesia. So I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm just going to apply this all over my mask. Now, I prefer when I do this to use a baby wipe to wipe this off. However, it's probably advised to run it under your tap to get the ink off. And there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, you're going to see on my next mask that some of the more detailed masks, they kind of, I don't want to say break because that's not what they are, but they kind of get caught in each other because they're more detailed. So you probably just want to be very, very gentle with those. Okay, so blending. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to close up my Fresh Freesia. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to very carefully lift my mask. Put my washi tape here. Okay, put my washi tape here. I'm going to take my baby wipe. I'm just going to wipe this down. Okay, wipe this one down. And then I'm just going to let that air dry. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my second mask. That's number 5. That's number 4, number 3, and number 2. Right, number 2. Okay, so number 2 is going to go here. So when I lay this on top, it will match exactly where I need it to be. Okay. So now see how this is kind of lifting? This is what I mean because it's very intricate. So we want to just be careful with that. So now I'm going to use my next lightest color, which is going to be Highland Heather. I'm going to use my blending brush. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. So you're going light into dark is what we are doing. Now I want to be gentle here because I know that my mask has been, I can see it lifting here. So I just want to be very gentle, making sure I don't upset or tear it or rip it or whatever, because my flower will look a little bit funny if I do. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Again, I'm going to peel this back. You're going to see the transformation here. Oh, come on. My fingers are not working tonight. There we go. Okay, so you can see how my flower still kind of looks icky, right? Looks a little icky. Not looking that amazing. Okay, so now I've got that one over there. So that was Highland Heather. So now if I come in with Gorgeous Grape, which will be a darker color yet. And I'm going to use my third mask, which is this one. And again, I'm paying attention to my numbers. And when I put this down, I'm going to kind of look to see if I have to do any adjustments, if something has shifted on me. Sometimes that does happen. I'm going to use my Gorgeous Grape, which is my darkest color. Okay. And making sure I've got everything colored. And however much ink you add is up to you. So if you have these masks, I encourage you to post a picture of them, some cards with it done. If you don't, add this to your wish list. This is one of those items you could put into your starter kit. The starter kit's a great deal. And you start off at a 20% discount and you can work your way up. You can get to 25% pretty easy, actually. So if you are buying supplies anyway, you need to have a discount. I don't know why you would pay full price. That's just silliness. Silliness, I say. Okay, so see how my flower is starting to come together? Isn't this gorgeous? So the thing I'm going to tell you guys, it's probably too late to tell you this now, but while you're watching this video, I need lots of comments because I don't know if I've said this to you before. I feel like I have, but Facebook is really silly these days. And what it does is it actually suppresses videos that don't have a lot of comments, and it doesn't show people. So you will stop getting notified about my videos unless you keep commenting and push it up into the algorithms. So it's really, really important I have you guys commenting on all my videos. Okay, so that would be a huge, huge, huge thing for me if you could just continue to comment and share this video with your friends. If you have paper crafting friends, share it with them. Okay, so I'm using Granny Apple Green. I know that's a weird color, right? Trust me. Trust the process, friends. Trust the process. So I love using masks because to me this is very relaxing. And because you can use such a great color combination. Like you could do this card in multiple colors and it will look completely different, which is so wild. I love cards like that. So hopefully you do as well. Oh, I think I actually need to make a slight adjustment here. There, okay. I had to adjust because my leaf in the corner here was not going to be covered. Okay. Okay, so there is my Granny Apple Green. So now, washi tape is awesome. So see how it's starting to come together? I'm not done. I still have one more. Okay, we still have one more layer to go, which is layer number 5. And then we can actually finish our card. Okay, so that was Granny Apple Green, which is awesome, but I'm going to actually use Old Olive as my last color to finalize this. So we got number 5. And so when I go to do this, I really want to make sure that my mask is just perfect. There, just perfect. There you go. Okay. Granny Apple Green. There we go. And then this one's Old Olive. And it doesn't look like you're doing much when you're doing this part, which is really so funny because you think like, I don't understand. Like, what am I supposed to be seeing here? This is what you're supposed to be seeing. Once I pull this off, you're going to get a total aha. I love this technique. I actually did a class with this maybe it was last year even, where they got the masks in the class. Now, could I stamp? I could have stamped the image and then worked with the masks on top of it. I could have done that as well. But I want you to see this. The possibilities are endless with this one. I feel like I say that quite a bit, but I'm putting a lot of green on this because I want it to be very, very vibrant. Okay, ready? Ready for the big reveal? Dun, da, da, da. Is that not stunning? So like I said, I could have stamped the image in black and then put the masks on top. 100% I could have done that. Okay. So let's finish this card off. I love how this turns out. Okay, when you go to pull your washi tape off, you want to be very careful you don't rip your paper, but I'm just posting that onto my... And don't forget, you have to stay till the end because I have to show you the last project, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, this is my glue. So then I'm going to do Granny Apple Green here. There we go. And then I'm going to do my image. Now, I could actually, on all of these cards, use my Wink of Stella if I was really, really on the ball, right? Okay, so now I need my stamp set, which is somewhere right here. Stamp set. And I'm going to do my happy anniversary. I should have moved it up a little bit, but that's okay. And it's not going to hurt anything. Okay. There we go. And there's my card. Okay. And of course I could put my Wink of Stella on top. Again, if you don't have a Wink of Stella, you need to have Wink of Stella. Everybody needs Wink of Stella. Okay, just add a little bit of glitter to your card, right? Everybody needs it. So these are the two cards that I made. Now, granted, okay, I could stamp this, then use my my masks on top, or you could just stamp it and color with your blends, right? Now, I promised you a really cool project. This is the one I wanted to do on camera, but honestly, the way my eyes are, I struggled, and I knew that I would flubber it up on camera. So I thought, you know what? It's okay. Sometimes you don't have to demonstrate everything. However, if you want a full video on this, you need to comment and tell me so, and then I will do one. But I will not do it without any comments. This is the last project. So this one, my friends, is in a 7x7 picture frame. And I use the Lost Lagoon DSP, or not DSP, scrapbooking paper. This is the Woods DSP. I use the Everyday Arches. I embossed this in white on watercolor paper, and then I watercolored it. And then stamp this. Notice the gold open weave ribbon, love, and then the gems. So I want you to see that card making does not always have to be cards. It would be really cool to give this to somebody as a gift with a coordinating card, right? So imagine, let's say this card in the pinks. This is Berry Burst I used. And then this was a gift, right? So yeah, this is, I thought about doing this as a class actually. So I don't know, we'll see. But this was so much fun to do, and I found it so relaxing. So hopefully you like that. I'm going to take a picture of this and get it posted as well. So I hope you enjoyed those cards. So again, if you place an order with me before next Sunday, I will send you the card pieces to make these 2 cards. And you're going to want this bundle. So get that on your wish list, get it ordered, so then when your card bits arrive, you have it ready to go. If you already have it, that's okay. Then you can go ahead and get started as soon as the cards arrive in the mail. All right, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you go back and watch it. Lots and lots and lots of comments, please. I appreciate each and every one of you. And stay tuned for Thursday's video. We'll chat soon. Bye.